What's up, guys? We're going to be doing, this is my first what if, I'm going to say that first off, and we're going to be doing what if Naruto had an anti-chakra sword. It's like an anti-magic sword from Black Clover, but he's also going to have like a grimoire of sorts. So yeah, everything in his childhood goes the exact same, and everything to people knowing he's the Jinchuriki. Well, they think he's the Toad Beast itself, but everything goes the same all the way up until the bridge builder art. So we're gonna just start from the beginning. We're gonna start to when Tazuna and Sakura, Sasuke, and Kakashi all go to the bridge. Right? And Naruto oversleeps, and he wakes up to Gato's men trying to take, trying to kidnap and all that. Kidnap Tazuna's granddaughter. That's a granddaughter, grandson, and daughter. And Naruto's response to this is he stops them, but instead of him going straight to the bridge, Tazuna's granddaughter stops him. I forgot her name. Sorry about that. But he basically stops Naruto and says, "This is passed down from my family." Well, not. I'm gonna say that her husband, which is the grandson's stepfather. Yeah, I don't know. Most of y'all probably won't remember him, how he died and all that. But his family used to have a special weapon. It was an anti-chakra blade. So she gives it, well, anti-chakra, and she gives the book to him that holds the blade. It's basically like sealed inside the book. That's how we're gonna work his grimoire. And Naruto takes it and he heads off to the bridge. Now we're gonna be starting off with, now that this has happened, Naruto immediately heads to the bridge as quickly as possible to try to help Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sakura deal with Zabuza and Haku. And in this scenario, when he gets there, he goes straight to help Sasuke. He goes to help Sasuke like in canon. And now, him helping Sasuke, he's more of a help because he can counter when they're trying to get out of Ice Mirror's jutsu. He still doesn't know how to use the sword, by the way. He doesn't know how it works. He just got it. So everything goes to canon. He fights Haku. Sasuke takes the Senbon for him, and Naruto gets the cloak and attacks Sasuke. And now everything goes to canon, except now Naruto, when Haku tries to hit Sasuke with the Senbon, instead of him being able to take all of them, Naruto, his instant reaction is he has to use whatever this anti-chakra stuff is. Whatever it is, he has to try and use it, because he can't let Sasuke die here. And him trying to pull the sword out, not knowing how seals and stuff work, it doesn't work. And Sasuke still gets hit. Now he gets his tailed cloak and destroys Haku like he does in canon. And what happens next? Haku, what's it called? She dies for Zabuza. Everything goes to canon. But on their way back to the village, Naruto mentions that Tazuna's granddaughter gave him some special weapon. He doesn't know exactly what it is, but he's something about it being a sword, because it's Naruto. I wouldn't expect him to remember it either. It's Naruto, guys. Just think about it. So now he completely has forgot what it is that she gave him, but Kakashi thinks maybe it's a seal or something like that. So he's like, here, how about I try to open the seal? He opens the seal, and immediately when he opens it, a humongous sword comes out. And they're all like, what is this? What does the sword do? Is it something special, or is it just a basic sword? And now Naruto takes it like, oh, I got a cool sword. This, yay, haha. Like, Sasuke, I bet you don't have this. And then Sasuke's like, it's lame anyway. It's all rusty and it can't do anything. And Naruto's like, yeah, alright, but it's still better than what you got, because Sasuke has nothing at the moment. And then Sasuke grits his teeth like, whatever. And Kakashi's like, it's a we'll figure out what you can do with this sword when you get back. It probably has something to do with chakra, like imbuing chakra inside of it. And Naruto's like, ah, man, I can't do that because he really can't imbue chakra. He can't really use his chakra like that. So now we get to the Chunin exams, and I'm gonna say Kakashi teaches Naruto how to open the seal and all that, and he can take the sword out when he wants to. Now we get to the Chunin exams, right? And I'm gonna skip the paper and pencil part. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that because I don't think nothing interesting will happen because Naruto now has a humongous sword. Actually, I am gonna say something. So the Lee and and Sasuke fight. Sasuke still gets dominated, and Neji talks trash. Like, of course, it's a bunch of weaklings. I wouldn't expect them to beat uh Lee, so they stand no chance against me. Have nothing to worry about. And Naruto, being the guy he is, he's like, yeah, I'd destroy you with my new sword. He can't. He can't right now. He doesn't even know how his new sword works. He pulls out the humongous sword, and everybody's like confused. Because I'm gonna just say Naruto has crazy strength. Because the sword, I'm gonna say, is heavy. It's heavy. Most people can't use it, because they can't lift it. Uh, so yeah, we get to the room where the paper and pencil part's happening, and Naruto makes his little speech on he'll be everybody here, and when the I'm gonna say that I think the air guy attacked somebody else. I'm not sure who he attacked, but I'm gonna say he attacked Naruto this time. I mean, I said air, the sound guy. I forgot who he attacked exactly, but I'm gonna just dang, bro's running. But I'm gonna say he attacks Naruto this time, and Naruto, he tries to deflect it with his sword, knowing he'd take less force if he deflects with a sword, and immediately when the attack hits the sword, it's immediately the attacks just canceled out like it never happened. Everyone sits there confused, thinking that maybe the sword just took the whole hit, and they just brush it off. Naruto in his head is thinking, I'm the strongest shinobi ever now that I have this sword. And that's the end of this part. We're gonna say now we're at the Forest of Death, and not I'm gonna also say another thing. Pause it. What if like, let's say a physical attack, like the snake summoning that happens inside of the Forest of Death, like if something like that attacks Naruto, his sword's not just gonna touch it and destroys it. Same with stuff like ice jutsus and all that. He'd actually have to cut like through the thing to cancel out the attack. He'd actually have to have the force to cut through it and all that. And I will say this, Naruto will still use jutsus and all that. He won't just be going around, running around with his sword, just destroying people, which it would be cool. He's going to use the sword more than most jutsus, most likely. Because, hey, I think it'd be cool. So now Naruto, the Forest of Death, he says, I gotta go pee. Sasuke gives him the code, and Naruto says, yeah, I remember. Then when Naruto leaves, Orochimaru comes in, of course, saying stuff like, what did he say? He says the passcode perfectly. And of course that everything happens to canon. Naruto gets back, instead of with a deflect, when he stops the snake, instead of it being with a small kunai, he legit stabbed the snake in the face with the sword, and the snake just evaporated. It's just gone, because, well, I think the snake's a summoning, so it's an actual thing, so no, it doesn't evaporate. But Naruto did violate that snake with the sword, okay? He violates it. And then Orochimaru starts attacking everybody, and Naruto just starts to deflect all of the jutsu based attacks, and they just disappear. And everyone's utterly confused because Naruto's not stronger than this guy, of course. He can't be. This guy's on a whole different level, but it seems that some of his attacks aren't hitting Naruto. It seems like for some reason Naruto is denying his attacks, canceling. It's like more like he's canceling them out, more or less, not actually deflecting them or something. And Orochimaru takes a liking to this, so he decides, once he bites Sasuke with the curse mark, he decides that he's going to keep an eye on Naruto, which he does. I'm gonna say he does do that. He decides he's going to keep an eye on Naruto, this and that. And everything goes to canon until we get to the preliminaries. And once we get to the preliminaries, I'm gonna put it like this: Naruto is going to fold Kiba. Well, most of Kiba's attacks are blunt force. So no, it's not gonna go the same. Naruto more or less is, I'm gonna say now that he's more practiced with the sword. He hasn't practiced a lot. Like now he's crazy, how Sasuke is in later on in the story when he's crazy with his sword. No, I say he's just more like skill with it. He still swings it around like it's a baseball bat. He doesn't swing it around with skill, but he's quicker to deflect people's hits, if you get what I'm saying. And Naruto, I mean, so Naruto versus Kiba, the end is like Naruto basically he's getting cocky and he has the sword to Kiba's head. Is like he said something like try me. I said nah, not try me again, because that's not something Naruto said. He was like, don't doubt my power again, believe it, or something stupid like that, thinking he's the strongest ever. And everything goes to canon and all that. Sasuke still beats that dude. Chakra loses, and Natsu gets folded, and Naruto makes his little speech to what's it called? He makes his little speech to Hinata about Neji. Not a speech, promise. Yeah, and then now we're at the 1 month training, which when Naruto tries to summon Gamabunta, he when Gamabunta starts riding around, I don't know. I'd say Naruto carries his sword around more. I'm gonna just say that Naruto carries that sword around. He just carries it around because hey, who wouldn't? Like if I have that big of a sword, I'd carry it around too. Like yeah, I got this and you don't. Look at me. I would too. I don't blame him. So yeah, Naruto carries around his sword and all that, and he's like, and then when he summons Gamabunta, Gamabunta notices it, and I'm gonna say Gamabunta knows what anti-magic is. He know how it works and all that. And he's like, Jiraiya, this kid has the anti. I said magic. I'm sorry if I've been saying magic all the time. It's anti-chakra. So yeah, he's gonna notice, and he's like, Jiraiya, that sword's special. I don't know how he's allowed to use it, cause I'm gonna say like it picks certain people, and only certain people can use it. And Jiraiya is like, what do you mean? Like, what's so special about it? I thought it was just a story. He's like, it's an anti-chakra sword. If he has the strength and stuff, he can cut through almost any jutsu and basically destroy the jutsu itself. And if he wants to, he could kill somebody if he hits a vital enough blow into their chakra system. He could legit destroy someone's chakra system. And Jiraiya is like, interesting. So he's gonna try to see how the sword actually works and how like he can make it stronger, because Naruto tells him about how when he's used it, he like most of the time it doesn't actually deflect the blows. Cancel out the blows. It just deflects them and stuff like that, because Naruto can't imbue chakra. I'm gonna say how it works is he has to imbue chakra into the thing just for it to work. He actually has to imbue chakra into it, so he can for it to start working as an anti-chakra. I know it sounds stupid. I have to imbue chakra into an anti-chakra sword. It's stupid, I know, but that's how it's gonna work. So our boy's gonna Jiraiya tries to teach Naruto how to imbue chakra into it, and Naruto kinda can, is what I'll say. He can't like actually imbue chakra into the thing, but he kinda can. Like he can't make a steady flow of it. It's more of like it's on and off. Like it's not steady, like I said. So now we get the 1 month, everything goes to canon. Sasuke learns the Chidori. But in this what if, I'm gonna say Sakura works with Kurenai to get stronger, because she felt she was no help during the sound getting attack. Like when they attacked and Sasuke had to save her. Same with Orochimaru. She feels that she's no help. And and then one thing I will change, she's gonna let me not skip past this. She's gonna learn a little bit more about genjutsu. She's gonna become a genjutsu master basically in this what if. All right, she is still gonna have kind of like the Tsunade training, but she's more or less gonna use genjutsu as a character. And then what else should I say? Oh, this is what I was saying. Gara and the Gara and Naruto thing. When Naruto goes to the hospital to visit Lee and sees Gara there trying to kill him, Naruto immediately pulls. What doesn't really pull out the book. The book flows back up to him like a grimoire would, and he pulls out his sword and basically holds his sword to Gara. He's like, get away from him, and Shikamaru tries to calm Naruto down, and it's just Naruto's like, not. He's like, get away from him. And in this version, Gaara's gonna try to attack Naruto with his sand, and immediately Naruto's gonna cut it, and like since he's imbuing chakra into it, it's gonna just disappear. And everyone in the room, well, Lee I think it was passed out. Everybody in the room is gonna be completely lost. Like, what? What did he just do? And Naruto's like, hey, he's like that. Naruto's like that right now. He cuts it. Everybody's confused, and he just did it. Naruto did it, and Gaara's like angrier now because he just did what he did to him. Well, not really did what he did, but he basically just threw away his attack, which is something Gaara's not used to, actually losing to somebody or his attack being deflected. They don't get into a humongous fight, but yeah, he did do that. And now Shikamaru's utterly lost. Like, when did you get this strong, Naruto? Or when did you learn that ability? And Naruto's like, I learned it over the 1 month training arc. My teacher taught me how to use this sword, right? And then he's like, don't tell anybody, because Naruto wants to keep it a secret at the moment. He wants it to be like his trump card, more or less. And then what else should I say? I'm not gonna give Naruto a new sword this early. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Because his swords are gonna, all of them gonna cancel anti-chakra, but some of them are gonna have special abilities, just like inside Black Clover. So now Naruto, now in the he's fighting Naruto versus Neji. And this time, just because the anti-chakra sword is what it is, he's not gonna fold Neji, but he's gonna make it look like Neji is not on a completely different level like he did in the story. At first, Naruto's not going to immediately whip out the sword, which is going to confuse some people like Sakura. Like, why isn't he using this big old sword that he's been using? And I'm going to say Jiraiya also did, instead of them doing legit nothing during the rest of the 1 month, once Naruto learned how to imbue chakra into it, he had like a week of learning it. I forgot what they call it in Naruto. I'm going to search it up now. I think it's Senjutsu. I don't know. I'm going to search it up now. But he's basically learns how to use the sword. And he's more like, not like crazy skilled like I said, but he's more or less not just swinging it around like a baseball bat. He's actually he's actually using some skill. No, Senjutsu's Sage mode, but he's basically going to be, what's it called, more skilled. Like I said, it's not just him throwing it around recklessly like an idiot. And now, into response to that, Naruto, no, Sasuke versus Gara. No, I gotta tell y'all the fight against Naruto and Neji. So first off, when they get into the fight, Neji does his little thing. He's outclassing Naruto. But Naruto starts to get serious, and right now he still doesn't use his sword. He's just playing the defensive, really. Defensive and keeping away from Neji, because he knows some of Neji's abilities. I know y'all are probably thinking, when did Naruto get so smart? I'm gonna make him a little smarter, and there's more IQ I'd say, when he does this fight. I don't know what either of these do. But yeah, so now Naruto's, oh my god. He now has his little thingy with the so he doesn't have his sword out. He's just playing the defensive until he can really tell what all of his abilities are against what Neji's trump card is, because he's smart. He's thinking Neji has to have a trump card. He has to. There's no way he doesn't. Why would he not have a trump card? And then that's when Naruto, he basically throws an attack at, he runs up to attack Neji, not actually trying to attack him, but like get a peek at what his abilities are. And Neji immediately uses the palm rotation, knowing that since he sees that Naruto carries this humongous sword, Naruto has a good amount of strength on him. So he immediately uses palm rotation. Now Naruto knows his trump card. He knows the 64 palms thing, for anybody wondering. Yes, he saw it himself. So now Naruto, in the situation he's in, he's what's it called? What else should I say? Naruto, he knows 64 problems, all this. He pulls out his sword now, and it starts to kind of like glow with a blackish red around it when Naruto starts to imbue chakra into it. And it's flickering. It's not consistent like a chakra cloak. You know how Toby Rama and Toby Rama and Hashirama used their chakra cloaks when they were talking to Sasuke. It's basically like that, but it was flickering. It's not a solid chakra cloak. Like it's just flickering around the sword, and that's anti-chakra itself. It's just anti-chakra. And now Naruto has this anti-chakra and all that, and he has his anti-chakra. He cuts when he goes. He's running up to that boy Neji, and Neji sees that he's running at him with his big old sword, so he does palm rotation. But instead, Naruto swings his sword through the palm rotation and cuts right through it. It confuses everybody. Everybody's like, "What?" Naruto is cutting through his palm rotation, which I understand why everybody be confused. And now Naruto cutting through the palm rotation. He basically goes to try to basically decapitate Neji, and the dude stops the fight because Neji's about to get killed. Naruto looks at Neji and is like, "Don't doubt me." He plants his sword on the ground and basically makes a humongous speech to the whole crowd and says something crazy like, "Don't ever underestimate me again," because it's Naruto. What do you expect? It's not even crazy. But yeah, he makes that. Then Gara versus Sasuke. Keep it a buck with you. Everything goes as the same to canon from here on. Really, not from here on the whole thing, but like the Gara versus Sasuke and Naruto versus Gara fight. Everything goes to canon because I don't think his chakra sword would still be much of a help against the whole tailed beast. So Naruto's now fighting Gara. He loses. Now we're going to the Tsunade arc. I don't remember how. I'm gonna search it up in a second, but where we're at now is the Tsunade retrieval arc. Naruto still learns the Rasengan here, but he also I'm gonna give Naruto a special ability. He can kind of imbue, like he can take the anti-chakra out of the sword for a certain amount of time and basically make it a part of his chakra, and for some reason it doesn't damage Naruto. Like it doesn't damage him, the chakra, because that would have been the special thing about the family. This is what I'm gonna tell you now. I think I just came up with how Naruto could use this anti-chakra sword. Somebody in Minato's family, no, I'm gonna say it like this. I think this would be better instead of just doing the basic one everybody does, where just some Minato's mother or father were a part of their clan and no one knew. The Uzumakis, they use swords, and they made a special sword that can do magic, and just because they're Uzumaki, they can use it. You get what I'm saying? So Uzumakis can use it just because that, and they can imbue anti-chakra themselves because there's just something special about Uzumakis. Okay, stop asking so many questions. Jesus, man, this ain't 21 questions, guys. Get it together. But yeah, Naruto basically does his little thing with the sword, and he gets a black aura around him, and as long as he can keep a steady flow of chakra and the same amount of anti-chakra, he won't like basically pass out. Like he won't go out because of too much anti-chakra or too much chakra overriding the anti-chakra. He has to have an even flow, so it's inconsistent because Naruto can barely control his own chakra. So I'm gonna say he can't control anti-chakra because anti-chakra is the opposite. And Naruto is just Naruto. He's different, alright, bro? He's a god. And if you're saying he's not, he's a reincarnation of one. I don't care. So now Naruto has the little anti-chakra and all that. And now he's what should I say? The Tsunade. He learns the Rasengan, and he already has a second version of his own Rasengan. I'm putting it like that now. Already has his own version. It's where he imbues it with anti-magic, and when he imbues it with anti-magic, he what happens? when he abuses stuff with anti-magic, it's all to the point where like it basically cancel out the chakra in your body. It's like almost a certified paralyzer. Like you're done, dang near. If he can hit a vital point of your chakra, just like I told you earlier with the sword, where if you can hit a vital point with the sword, it'll cancel out basically almost kill somebody. It's almost a certified kill. On Naruto, where he's at, with the sword, it basically paralyzes people because he can't put enough in where it can kill somebody. So now Naruto's at the point he learns Rasengan. He has a special version of the Rasengan, but he doesn't use it because Naruto really can't use it. And the drawback to messing it up, well, he'll cancel his own chakra out if he messes it up. It'll basically like kind of explode in his face. It won't actually explode, but it'll basically just be a backfire. It's an L move. You don't want to use it because he can't really completely master it, basically. You know how when he did the Rasen Shuriken, it really didn't work? That's how it'd be now. And Naruto, in the situation he's in, he doesn't use it. So when he's going up to Tsunade, no, the Tsunade fight, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the Tsunade deal was after. Yeah, it was after, because Naruto didn't try to even use his Rasengan against Itachi, so it's after. Yeah, I'm right, it's after. I don't care if y'all don't agree, it's after. The Tsunade, the Itachi encounter. Naruto now encounters Itachi, and Itachi immediately tries to throw Naruto in a genjutsu. And for some reason it doesn't work. You wanna know why? Because he's already imbuing anti-chakra in himself. He is not dealing with it. He does not want to smoke with Itachi, so his instant reaction is imbue anti-chakra and go all out. He's trying his best to go all out. And I'm not sure if Kisame can sense chakra. I think he can sense how much people... No, I'm going to say he attacks Naruto or something, and he tries to take Naruto's chakra, and Samehada doesn't like it. Samehada does not mess with it. Like, it scares the hell out of Samehada. It does not like the anti-chakra. And Itachi and them are both confused on what is wrong with this kid. I can't throw him in a genjutsu. I can't attack him. My sword will not attack him legitimately. I'm using a character I've never used. And everyone's just utterly... I have used Naruto before. Everyone's utterly confused on what's going on here. So Naruto and Sasuke, I mean, I said Sasuke, Naruto ain't, but he's still on the back foot, because now Itachi's going all out, and if he's not on someone's level, the anti-chakra basically won't work. It's not just automatically broken, it won't work. It's not working. Like, Itachi's starting to go out. He's going in on Naruto, thinking that this kid obviously thinks he can hold his ground against me, which is mad disrespectful, and I will not allow it. Itachi's not letting it slide. I'm sorry to tell you. So, now he's not letting it slide. And, now the situation they're in is basically now Naruto's on his back foot. He's losing. Sorry to tell you guys. Anti-chakra sword is not going to help that much. Naruto's losing the fight, and Sasuke pulls up, tries to kill Itachi, gets folded. Jiraiya pulls up, saves him. And now we're at the Tsunade thing with now Jiraiya first off asks Naruto, can you use the anti-chakra Rasengan? He's like, actually, like, can you use it, man? Are you able to use it yet? And Naruto's like, no, I still think it'll hurt me, because they've already tried to use it and it basically knocked Naruto out instantly, because it's the first time he used it, so it wasn't a perfect Rasengan, and since it was an anti-chakra on it, it really wasn't perfect. And Naruto's like, I still think it'll hurt me. And Jiraiya's like, alright, basically like, just don't use it until you think you have it mastered. Don't try it, just don't. It'll backfire, which we don't want it to backfire, because it could kill him. It could kill him if Naruto tries his hardest to use it, and like he actually uses it, it could kill Naruto. So he's like, don't use it if it's not needed, like if you don't really need it. Naruto's like, okay, understood. I really want to use it, because I'm gonna put it like this. That's basically, y'all know how Rasen Shuriken knocks out all the cells in your body. It's basically like it knocks out all the chakra, and we know characters in Naruto need chakra to survive. So Jiraiya's like, this is deadly, bro. It could kill you. And Naruto's like, alright, bet. He's alright, bet. They go to Tsunade, and Naruto tries to use the regular Rasengan, which it basically backfires like usual. she makes the bet with Naruto, and Naruto's like, when he tries to use normal Rasengan, it backfires once again, and Naruto, she laughs. No, Jiraiya, why would you try to give this kid an S-class jutsu, putting all these hopes and dreams in his head? And Naruto, being the guy he is like, I'll do it. And he starts to form a, what's it called? I'm gonna say he tries to form a... Yeah, he tries to form the anti-chakra Rasengan, which it Jiraiya stops him right then and there, and Tsunade is like, did he master the Rasengan? Because it looks like he dang near mastered it. It looks like it. Because Naruto was it's a different than the regular Rasengan completely, and Jiraiya's like, no, he has this. Jiraiya just stays silent and basically gives Naruto a killer glare. Like, what were you thinking? And Naruto's like, I wanted to prove her wrong, this and that. It's like, by getting yourself killed? Dang, I just got folded. And Naruto's like, next time it won't happen. Alright, and it won't happen again, because I'm gonna say Naruto's more less rowdy as he is in most situations in this. Like I said, he's smarter. And Naruto doesn't have a problem with the fact that he can't use it. Now we're going to the Kabuto thing, because Naruto still can't form a Rasengan without the shadow clones. And he had, oh, I forgot to tell y'all this. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting everything. Naruto has special shadow clones, anti-chakra shadow clones. When he imbues his chakra, as long as he can have the same thing, like have chakra, have anti, he can have shadow clones with anti-chakra or both. But he has to keep his chakra going. So that's how he's able to make an anti-chakra Rasengan without the moment they touch it, it cancels him out. That's how they're able to do it. But Naruto's like, forget it. I mean, not forget it. When they do the fight with him again, he fights smarter. Of course, I forgot he fights smarter. Instead of going straight for the anti-chakra Rasengan, Naruto pulls out his sword and all that. And now that he actually knows how to use it, he's imbuing chakra into it solidly, and he's fighting our boy Kabuto with it. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna say he cancels out Kabuto's like palm things when he attacks Kabuto. Well, if he blocks it with the sword, it cancel it out. Well, that either way, if he blocked it with the sword, it'd cancel it out. Sorry about that. I am not using my brain. Block. Oh my god, I can't use it. Get out of my face, Madara and Obito. And it won't let me use the sync. Go, 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 go. Oh my god, he had a sub. He had a sub. You bastard. I'm about to block. I want to use the linked one. So now Naruto and Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto, Orochimaru kind of watching their battle. Naruto does the Rasengan, but when he does a regular Rasengan with it. Now him being tired of when Kabuto gets back up, trying to fight, and I think he did poison Naruto or something. Naruto can't. I think it was something like that. Naruto immediately cancels it out with his when he imbues anti-chakra in himself. Poisons and all that basically can't work on Naruto, because he can basically cancel it out because of the anti-chakra. Sorry. Sorry. So Kabuto's utterly confused, and then Naruto just has a different type of rage in his eye. He's like actually mad. And then he, instead of using the regular Rasengan, he has this clone start making him a what's it called, a anti-chakra one, and everyone around except for Jiraiya is confused on what this blackish Rasengan is. What is this? What is this thing he's making? Naruto has a killer look in his eye because of the stuff Kabuto's done, and instead of Naruto just letting him off the leash, Naruto goes for the kill, and Kabuto barely dodges it. It basically knocks out half the chakra permanently in one of his arms. Like, one of his arms is permanently useless, just like Orochimaru's is basically. But he can't. I forgot. he can somehow get his chakra back over time. Like, well, I said permanently, over time, but it takes a while. Like, let's say it's like this: his arm is basically going to have to restart. He'd have to use that Orochimaru jutsu or whatever, like that, getting a new body and all that. That's the only way for him to get his chakra back, is basically using someone else's body. So yeah, his chakra is gone. It's gone in that arm. And everyone is completely flabbergasted when Kabuto's over here freaking out, like, why is my arm completely useless? Because, like, of course it'd be hurting or something like that, from because he can heal himself, right? Not this time. He's completely useless. And by useless, I mean useless. And everyone's under confused. And Orochimaru is kind of catching on now. It's an anti-chakra sword. It's not a regular sword. It's an anti-chakra. And they reverse summon them butts out of there. But Orochimaru now wants it. He wants the sword. So I'm gonna say he sends a couple spies inside the village to figure out what I say to watch Naruto, because he wants to figure out how Naruto can use this anti-chakra sword if it's an anti-chakra. They send people to figure it out because he knows who. I think he knows who Naruto is. Yeah, Orochimaru knows Naruto's Minato's son. Not 100% sure, but I'm gonna just say he does because I felt like it, and y'all can't stop me. Oh my god, I hate those grenades. But yeah, basically Orochimaru, because of plot. If anyone wants to argue how Orochimaru figured it out, he figured out that that's a Uzumaki thing, and we're going straight to the rooftop, the hospital rooftop. Naruto, he like basically uses I'm not gonna say nah, because Naruto wouldn't go that far using an anti-chakra Rasengan against Sasuke. Well, I could say that he can put a certain amount of anti-chakra into it, so he wouldn't completely fold Sasuke. But forget it. Nope, he's not going to do that. He's going to use a regular Rasengan. Same thing happens. Now we're at Sasuke retrieval arc. Alright? I don't care. We're at the Sasuke retrieval arc. Now we're at Sasuke retrieval arc, right? And, with the Sasuke retrieval arc, I like to say that, it goes completely different. Naruto fold Sasuke. I'm gonna say it goes a little different, but Naruto of course is gonna hold back while going against Sasuke. Not like to the point where like Naruto's completely stronger than Sasuke. Sasuke can't do anything about it, and Naruto just basically let him get away. Because this is how it's gonna go. Orochimaru now knows how the thing works, and Orochimaru, when he does that, he basically sends someone there to everything goes the same. Now we're at the last valley or whatever it's called, and alright, it's over with. Let's go. Oh yeah, I love Night Guy. I love Night Guy. But like how broken he is. Hey, Kakashi, come hop in for me. But yeah, oh no, I forgot he's like one of the only characters that have a cooldown. I'm sorry guys, I forgot he's one of the only characters that has a cooldown after using his thing. But basically, hold up guys, I gotta do something. I'm not playing right now. So Naruto and Sasuke, their fight goes a little different here. Sasuke is trying to hold back Naruto, even with his Sharingan and Curse Mark and all that. Naruto is holding a steady fight, like no tailed cloak right now, none of that. He's just he's maxed his body out to anti-chakra. So what is it? He's no regular chakra because Naruto's special, like I said. He's overriding his body full of anti-chakra. And Sasuke is utterly confused because Naruto's body, instead of having that red aura, has a black aura around him. It's like it's evil. It's like menacing because what it is. And Sasuke is utterly scared. He's pissing his pants right now. Like it's worse than the what's it called? It's worse than the Nine Tails cloak. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Anti-chakra has a dark background. All right, I'm back. No, I'm not losing. I'm going right back to my guy. But it basically has a dark background, and it's everything in that background is showed in the aura. Like you can feel the past of it basically. And Naruto, everybody can feel it. So like I'm saying, everybody, like people who are just like the shinobi headed towards Sasuke and them, they can feel that aura from a distance. That aura is different. That's what I mean. It's like different. So Naruto, Sasuke is pissing his pants right now, and I mean literally, he's pissing his pants. Probably thinking, oh, he's being sarcastic. No, he's pissing his pants. He is scared out of his mind. Do you understand me? Okay, y'all get it. Okay. So he's now pissing his pants, scared out of his mind on what's going on. But he's still fighting. And he goes Curse Mark 2 early. And Naruto's still holding him off. And now he's also using the tailed cloak plus it mix, which it gives a blackish and reddish mix. And Naruto, they really can't I'm gonna say that Naruto's still fighting him, but the fact that he's using someone else's chakra, Kurama's chakra and anti-magic, because if he used his own chakra plus anti-magic, it'd be able to match it out. But he's not, so it's not. He's basically hurting Naruto right now, and Naruto's utterly confused. I mean, Naruto doesn't know this yet, and it's hurting Naruto. Ugh. Sorry. And that's going to be my reason for Naruto losing. He still loses, but it's less of a loss. It's more Sasuke getting lucky, and Sasuke leaves basically limping, and Orochimaru sends one of his henchmen basically to Naruto, and he tells Naruto, I can make you stronger. I mean, Orochimaru can make you stronger. He knows how your blade works, and he knows more about your history and your family. And Naruto is completely intrigued by this. I will keep it a buck with you. He heard family. He's on his Dom Toretto stuff. I'm sorry to tell you guys. Naruto goes with Orochimaru. Psych! All you Orochimaru fiends, you Orochimaru weirdos. No, he doesn't. He's not about to kiss my boy Naruto's neck. Sasuke, Naruto, blah blah blah. They know everything goes the same, this and that. Now we're at where are we at? The 3-year training arc. I'm actually gonna tell you what happens during this 3-year training arc. First off, well no, Naruto hearing what's because Orochimaru thing did actually happen. Not him going with Orochimaru, but the person telling him. Because Kakashi showed up and basically told that person, I am going to fold you if you try to take another one of my students. I will fold you right here, right now. Test us. And they're like, so they took off. Because it wasn't no strong shinobi or nothing like that. So, they get folded by our boy, Kakashi. Well, not folded. They run off. And Kakashi, what about Kakashi? Takes Naruto back to the village, and instead of by the way, Naruto's logical in this, so y'all gonna see how OP Naruto's gonna get throughout this what if. So first off, Naruto. Oh God. Oh yeah. Come catch this fade, big bro. Get him out of there. Oh God. I'm still knocked out even though the round's over? Get up! Get up! Okay, I had to call in. I had to call somebody else in because I was about to get folded. Knowing who, I mean, everybody now, he's intrigued by his clan's origins because, hey, he knows this. So, he straight up presses Jiraiya because he knows Jiraiya's his grandfather. He presses him. Like, he actually presses him. Like, bro, start running your mouth or it's over with, bro. You gonna catch the fire. He pulls out the New York accent and all that. And Jiraiya is scared out of his mind. Because he hears the New York accent. And knowing, because one time he went on one of his missions, guys. One time Jiraiya went on one of his missions to, spot missions, and he went to New York, and he saw how crazy he is down there, like the stuff they do. Basically that's how it goes. Hold up, I'm getting folded right now. Oh, I have subs, I can survive. But yeah, so that's where I'm gonna stop right now. I'm gonna start after I get done with this. Alright, I'm back, guys, and we're gonna be recording the 3-year time skip, which in my situation is gonna be its own arc. It's not like, I don't know why they didn't do that, but it's gonna be its own little arc. Stuff's actually going to happen. Naruto's not just gonna come in with the big Rasengan, big ball Rasengan. No, stuff's actually about to happen here. Starting off with I don't know why I just picked these teams, guys. I just want to see Kakashi and Itachi and Yamato whoop a kid. I hope they put the kid in. But basically we're starting off with the fact that we're gonna start off with the thing. The first like year of the time skip. First off, I want to see this. Oh, it exploded. Jesus. Oh yeah, I'm about to beat up this kid. But first year, Naruto and Jiraiya. Well, what happened in the original? Naruto learns Big Bar Rasengan and all that. He learns better. I learned the name Kinjutsu. He learns more Kinjutsu. Like he's more skilled with the sword, but it doesn't really kind of match his sword. It's more like of a samurai type way he uses it, and his sword's large, so it really doesn't match that. But then Naruto, being who he is, they on one of their missions, they run into a guy who has this sword. Oh my god. And when they fight the guy and all that, and Naruto is like, his sword ends up falling into Naruto's grimoire. Well, whatever y'all want to call it, seal book or something. I'm calling it a grimoire. Fight me if you don't agree. But yeah, it basically falls into Naruto's grimoire, and he notices like, hey, there's a new page or whatever, and I have a new book now. I mean, not a new book. I have a new. He pulls out the sword and he has a new sword, and I don't. All right, look. I'm gonna take a gander. I think I would like to give Naruto a katana, but I'm gonna give him that regular knight looking sword that Asta got. I forgot the name of it, but it's basically the second sword Asta got. It's the one that can basically use his friend's magic. So Naruto now has a sword where he can use others people's chakra. Like he can actually take people's chakra and all that and make it his, which then he can make their jutsu. So Naruto's about to get OP right now. He can use others people's jutsus. If someone uses a jutsu on him and he basically puts the chakra into that sword, he basically learns that jutsu. That's basically how it works. And now Naruto, I forgot what he does next. He that's first year basically, first and a half year. Second year, Naruto, when he's on the little trip or whatever, the time skip, Naruto, what should I say happens? Naruto, what should happen? Idiot. That does a lot of damage. I'm gonna see, do they have a link to move since they're all unmoved. Ooh. Lapping a Virgil. But Naruto, I think we're on about the second year. Yeah, we're going to second year. He's now learning how to actually keep the chakra of anti-chakra, Kurama's chakra, and his chakra all flowing at the same time. So it's like it doesn't hurt him. It's actually he actually has whatever it is called. He's actually able to use all 3 chakras at the same time, basically, without one of them canceling the other out. So every time he tries it, he's just hurting his own body, which is basically just making him lose the fight. But it's not perfect, by the way. It's not at all. So since he doesn't have a perfect form of Kurama's chakra, and just in general, Naruto can't perfect it. He's not at that level yet. Then the fourth and final year, Naruto, he's still not able to, say it right now, he's still not able to master the one Rasengan. He can use it better, but it's not mastered. Because I still think that jutsu is too OP for Naruto to be able to master right now. He's not going to be able to master it just because it's just, there's something he can't. It's something blocking it, basically. Y'all gonna learn what's blocking it later on. And this next year, Naruto heads to his little, now Naruto's done this and that. I say, right now we're in the last half of the thing, like the last couple months. Naruto goes to the land of the waves with Jiraiya. Because Jiraiya thinks whatever, I think it's the land of the waves, or is it the land of the whirlpool? Yes, the land of the whirlpool, I think it is. I'm sorry if I'm incorrect. Y'all can go ahead and flame me or whatever in the comments if you want to. But he's basically learning. He's there because Jiraiya doesn't tell him who his parents are, even though Naruto's pressing him on it every day. Like, can you tell me who my parents are? What's my lineage and all that? Jiraiya doesn't tell him, and they're at the what's it called? They're at the land of the whirlpool, which this is where everything is starting to change, guys. Everything's really about to start changing here. When they're there, Naruto finds more books like his. They're more beat up and torn up and all that. They're not. There's no swords in them, but it's more. They tell him about the swords and how they really work. How, like, they tell him about the second sword that he has and how there's like hundreds of swords, or they did have, but they're basically around the world and stuff. And Naruto, first thing he does is now that he has this information, he's now trying to learn how to take other people's chakra with a sword, and that's what they're basically doing in this last couple months. Him and Jiraiya are trying to figure out how Naruto can him and Jiraiya can take in by the way, I'm randomizing everything. Oh, that's cool. We got Asuma. Hold up. I'm gonna go back because I want to see if Asuma. No, I was expecting Asuma and Sarutobi to have one since they're related, but no. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Forget it because I'm different. They should have did this themselves. Basically, what is it? What will I say happens? They're learning how Naruto doesn't perfect it. Y'all gonna notice a lot. Naruto doesn't perfect a lot of stuff throughout this. I'm gonna say that myself. They're strong, but he can't use them at their full potential just because he doesn't have a full understanding of who he is really. That's really what's blocking him. And now, Naruto. Well, we hop into the thing, and Naruto has a completely different look, by the way. Now that we're hopping into the second part of Shippuden, he has two looks. He wears his regular jumpsuit sometimes, but he also has this one look where it's more just all black. Like it seems like he's emo, but that's just what goes with his weapons and all that. His style of fighting now, his style of fighting is more smooth. He uses shadow clones and all that still, because now he's able to copy his sword in general too, guys. He's able to copy the sword, so that's a cool thing. Like, he's able to copy the sword, all that. Plus, but the sword, it doesn't have the abilities of anti-chakra. It's just a sword when he copies it. And Naruto, whatever, what he does next. Now, he goes back to the village, and really, Sakura doesn't realize it's him up there until she sees his face. Because he has something that's totally different. It's not normal for Naruto type style. He's wearing a all-black jumpsuit with a hoodie on top, and he's just hoodied up. But once she does see who it is, like, is that Naruto, this and that? And Naruto comes back to the village, and when Sakura greets him, he basically gives her the cold shoulder, because he's like, hey, he doesn't really care at the moment. All he's thinking about is getting Sasuke back. Naruto's completely different in this, knowing what happened to his family. Well, not his family, but his clan. Yeah, so that's really